Yo Internet, got a doozy for you here today. Typical scam baiting video here. Called the tech support company, told them I had a problem with my computer, and they were going to look into it. Of course, they pulled all the usual shit. Basically faked a few problems that I had that I didn't really have. But this one's going to get real interesting because they're going to allow me access to their banking information. So what you're seeing here is just the typical crap where I'm going back and forth with the guy, telling him what the problem is and everything like that. And he will eventually hook up with my computer and then tell me all the bullshit problems that I have with my computer and then ask me to pay. But here, let's skip ahead a little bit. Alright, so at this point he is getting access to my computer and all the usual nonsense will occur. We'll fast forward to the first interesting one. Okay, so these guys are getting smarter. What he's doing right here is he's checking to see if I've got a virtual machine running, and of course he's not going to find an icon for a virtual machine. And then he proceeds to go to check and see if I've got a firewall and any kind of virus scanning information, which of course I don't, because all of these icons that you see, every single solitary last one of them is a honeypot with a macro virus in it. And if he gets mad at me and he decides to download them onto his machine and he opens them up, well, he's in for a pretty big surprise. Here's where he's checking, going to tell me all about all the nightmare things that I have wrong with my computer, the spyware and all that kind of nonsense. But let's skip ahead to the first really big sign of bullshit. Alright, so what he's going to do here in a second is run a DOS command called tree, which basically just shows you a directory of your entire hard drive, which is absolute crap. But what it does is it gives him a chance for you to look at the screen, watching it do all sorts of neat, interesting things, while they feverishly type in some bullshit thing at the bottom that says virus found, or I forget what he put in this one. Of course, my tree ran really fast because there's not much on this computer. This is actually a virtual machine. Look, he barely even got a chance to type it in. And now he's hand typing in system is infected. What a bunch of shit. So now that I've confirmed that he's a scammer, I'm going to have fun with him.
There's a main reason your system is working slow. Only the conflict programs and infected programs. So I need to find out for that, okay?
Alright, so he's building his case to charge me as much money as he possibly can, and now he's going to just download a free spyware program that will scan my computer for viruses. So we'll skip ahead.
Okay, now if you look on your screen, we found more than 400 infected items here, and all these are the adwares. And let me explain about that. Sometimes if we click on this type of advertisements pop up, by mistake lot of unwanted programs installed in the background.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the main reason your computer working slow.
Okay.
So now let me start the working here and let me explain about all the details, because I need to work on this computer and it will take approx 40 to 50 minutes to fix all the problems here.
Okay.
Okay, I found, let me check and explain.
And here comes the monetary breakdown of how much money you can pay us.
Three support plan here. It will depend upon you which support plan you want to consider and which in your budget. You can choose any one of them, okay?
Okay. I already have a keylogger working on this victim machine. And in addition, anything I type into my keyboard, anything he types into his keyboard gets logged in the keylogger. And I'm completely blown away by the fact that he decides to go to this website right here, put in his email address and his password, of which I captured everything on the keylogger. All I had to do was just log back in later, and he was mine. And boom, I got everything I need right there.
And everything.
So my setup for this was using Kali Linux. I just used Metasploit, and I set up a multi-handler, setting up a reverse shell onto the victim machine, and then I just went ahead and added the keystroke sniffer, and it was recording all the keystrokes, both mine and his. So here he asks me to go ahead and hand type in all my information, and I hem and haw about entering my card information on the screen because, quote unquote, the hackers are watching and I'm too scared to do it. So I tell him that at work we use LogMeIn all the time, and we just send files over LogMeIn, and I talk him into actually accepting my Word document, which actually has a macro on it that will give me a reverse shell to his computer. And all went well, other than the fact that he must have some sort of virus scanner on his computer, because it actually did catch it immediately. So I wasn't able to get that far. But yet this is the second critical mistake that he made, downloading a file from somebody like me. Might be viewing what I'm seeing. Like if I go like this and I type in this,
No.
they can see that. Let me ask you a question.
Only
See this
Sure.
log me in right here where I could do a file? Can I send you a document that has all of the information on it? That way I know that they can't see it, but at least you'll receive it. Because I actually have all the information on a Word file on this computer.
No, I will not suggest you to open any Word, because right now this connection is secure here and no one can see the security layer. If you enter the security code,
Yeah.
which you have on the card, it is in the asterisk form.
Yeah,
You
but
can
it's
see
a
here,
it's
the
a corporate
security
card.
code.
It's a corporate card, and I mean we use LogMeIn at work all the time. I mean I know that I could, I'll show you basically where the file is. It's right here in work. It's right here. It's a Word document. It's got all the information you want. I
Okay,
could
so
send it to you. That way I don't have to type it on the screen.
Wait a minute.
I'm not allowed to type a credit card
No need to worry.
information on the screen.
Okay, no need to worry. So you can type. Can you provide me on the notepad file so that I can
Well,
copy here?
they'll still
on
see
our-
it. I've got it on a
our-
Word file. Watch, let me show you what I'm trying to do. If I go like this and I go like this, right, then I can go into my work
Yes,
file.
you can.
Let me just show you.
Okay.
If
So
I-
you can send me that Word
yeah,
file.
it's just a Word file, okay? And it's encrypted. So if I send this to you, I don't know what this is.
Okay.
Now you'll see that it's encrypted. You just have to press the button to unencrypt it. So I had a bunch of base64 code cut and pasted to a Word file, and I had a button at the top, and essentially the button said, you must click here to decrypt the data, and the button was the catalyst to launch the macro virus. And as soon as he clicked the button, then of course I had a fake credit card pop up, but he fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. His virus catcher caught it. My company requires us to encrypt everything, so if you just press the button, it'll decrypt the encryption,
Yeah.
and you'll see the credit card information.
Yes, I'm going to open it, then I will check and I will confirm with you about detail. It's opening the Word file here on my screen. It's showing press button to
Yeah, we have to.
data.
I work for a financial institution. We have to encrypt everything. So if you click the button, you'll see the credit card information. You see it
Okay,
now?
I have clicked on that, but let me check.
You see it?
Wait a minute. Not right now. I have already clicked on it.
And what do you see?
It's trying to, I clicked on it. It's trying to check here.
Do you have Microsoft Word on your computer?
Yeah, I have the Microsoft Word. Yeah, it's showing here the card number.
Okay.
Can you confirm 40660?
So he reads the fake card information to me, and I go ahead and confirm that it is the correct information. Of course, it's a bogus 16-digit code, so it's not going to work. And the dialogue moves forward.
Okay, and the expiry date. Can you check on the card?
So, of course, the card doesn't work, and I give him a bullshit excuse about how the card is in my desk at work and home, and I can't get it right now, but I'll be more than happy to drive to work and get him the card and call him later, and he can fix my computer later. And I was able to very cordially get him off the phone without him realizing that I had the bank information. All right, so while he was getting on the phone with his next victim, I decided to log into his little bank information to see what I could find out. So upon getting into our scammers' finance information, you can see that they've been very busy and that they have been very naughty and have gotten many people. So I've taken the liberty of hiding the victims' names and phone numbers, but I did decide to go through and hit refund next to every single person's name, and I made a valiant effort to try to call everybody, which basically took a lot of time. But here's an example of how one of those phone calls went.
Hello?
Yes, I was trying to reach the email address of. You don't know me, but I think maybe we were both involved in the same scam. A company purporting to be a tech company. Did they help you recently on your computer and charge you $100?
Yes, I did.
And did you feel that was a legitimate transaction, or did you feel that was a scam?
I thought it was a scam.
Okay, well, they scammed me too. And what they forgot to do was log out of their bank account. And I have an opportunity to refund your money if you want me to.
That would be fantastic.
Okay, when did this happen to you, just out of curiosity?
Last Sunday.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead here. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
All right, let me go ahead and hit refund. I got to tell you, these guys are a real class act. As I was talking to people on the phone, some of these people were so old, they didn't even remember talking to these people. They're really just going after the weakest possible targets that they can, and they'll take money from anybody. So I don't really have an issue going through and refunding just about every single number that I can find here. And incidentally, I did call them back later on that day, and they are very angry. That's all I can say, is they're very angry. They just did not want to talk to anybody, which is kind of ironic because their music on hold talks about how friendly they are and everything like that. So a few days have passed now, and I don't know whether they're in any better of a mood or not, but hope you enjoyed the video, and lots more to come here. See you in the next one.